What is up, 719 Syndicate? If you're listening to this audio track, you're on our YouTube channel and you're probably interested in what's going on this weekend for our first league game. First league match is happening this Friday, November 13th, and I think we're starting the league the best possible way you can with an opening of Commander Legends, which is going to be pretty awesome. So we're going to do a quick recap of what we're doing and how long it's going to last, what some of the rules are, and what to expect. So without further ado, let's go. All right, so first and foremost, I think let's talk about how to get to the league rules. So I'm going to leave a link to the Tapped Out page, which PJ created. I'm going to leave that in the description of this video so that you can click on that and read it. If you like to read and not listen, if you don't want to listen to my voice, just go ahead and stop this and go ahead and click on that link, and that'll take you there. So let's jump over to Tapped Out, and we'll go through some of the main points, I guess, of our league coming up. So here's the main thing: you guys have to have a box of Commander Legends on Friday. So if you haven't secured your box yet, make sure you do so. I had called Petrie's earlier last week, and they had some available. I don't think this set is in a sold out status right now. So I think if you call around even over the next couple days, I really don't think you're gonna have a tough time securing a box. But that is the one thing you have to do. You can't come with 6 packs. You got to come with 36 packs. So we're opening an entire box. So that is, I guess, rule number 1 is make sure you come prepared with that. What's going to happen, we're going to try to start as early as we can, but with the understanding that some people got to work, try to get over to PJ's at 7 o'clock. He's going to be the one who's hosting at least the first match game. So 7 o'clock is when we're going to start. Let's be realistic. If we don't start opening until 7:30, which I think which would be good, we'll see if that even happens, but we're going to give everyone 2 hours. So if we start at 7:30, that's going to give us till 9:30 for deck construction. So I don't know if you have, I don't know how many people in our group have actually played in a limited format, but it takes some time. I mean, it takes some time to open 36 packs. It takes some time to sort packs. It takes some time to sort colors. Maybe you sort by rarity. I have no idea how you're going to sort, but it takes some time to do that. I would say at least probably 20-30 minutes just to open packs and sort. So we want to give people plenty of time to be able to do that, be able to construct a deck, and not feel like they're under a time crunch to get it done. We want people to have, even on night 1, we want people to have decent decks. We want you to feel confident in the deck that you're bringing to the table, and not feel rushed that you threw together a bunch of junk. So yeah, if you can get to PJ's by 7 or 7:30, that is ideal. All right, we're at PJ's house. Everyone got there on time. Everyone sits down, finds a good spot. We open our packs, and that's going to take some time. We're building our decks. One of the rules we discussed on Discord the other day, which I think is pretty cool, is we are offering a one-time full box trade. So for example, you open your entire lot of cards. You don't really like what you see. So, and I think this is going to be rare, but let's just say you're like, hey, my box is okay. It's not really the colors or the direction I wanted to play. You see somebody else in the group that has maybe some choice commanders that you might want to play, maybe some better color direction that you want. You can offer to trade your full box for their full box. On opening night is the only time you can do this. It has to be full box for full box. You can't do half box for half box. You can't trade singletons. And then after night 1, after opening night, there is absolutely no trading whatsoever. So we thought that was a kind of a cool rule. I don't know if it'll be used. I personally don't think it will be, but it's out there in case you want to take advantage of it. So I think it's a cool little tweak we made to the rules, and I think it's an important thing to talk about because it is something that you're able to do. All right, deck construction, pretty straightforward. We're not doing anything out of the ordinary on this, so this is pretty clear and tapped out as well. It follows the normal commander rules: color identity, deck size, and the singleton nature. We are playing by a ban list, so if you, for some reason, buy a set in future weeks where you pull a card that's on the ban list, you can't play it. So we're playing by the commander ban list. And then I think one of the things that we need to keep in mind too is every single card you open is considered your sideboard, right? So you can swap cards out at any time. Obviously, you can't do it in the middle of a game, but between games on Commander Night, you can. If you want to do it between weeks, you can do it. You don't really have to notify anyone. If you're switching your commander up, you got to let people know before the game that you switched your commander up. But that's pretty much it. That's pretty much commander rules. So really, we're not going outside of the normal commander rules at all. You have to choose a commander from the cards you pull. I think that's pretty self-explanatory, but we do have that in the rules just in case in case that was a question. I don't think it will be. And then, all right, before we talk about points, let's talk about the progression of the league. Okay, what's going to happen after opening night? All right, so after opening night, you're going to have 36 packs opened. You're going to have the start of a commander deck. Hopefully you're feeling pretty confident about that commander deck, but if you're not, you're going to have an opportunity to improve it over the next 5 weeks. So in between each league night, so you're going to have 2 weeks you need to buy 6 packs. These packs have to be from a normal set, right? They have to be from, at some point in time, they have to be deemed a standard set. So some examples of that might be like Innistrad, Kaladesh, Aether Revolt. There's a lot of them out there. But those are just some examples of tournament legal sets you can use. You cannot use some examples would be like unsets, master sets, commander sets, reprint sets, non-standard sets at any point in time. You cannot use those for your 6 packs. You're going to get those 6 packs. You're going to open them. You don't have to open them in front of anyone. You do this on your own. You can add any combination of cards from those 6 packs in your commander deck. Maybe you're feeling great about your commander deck. You open up 6 packs of junk. You're like, man, I'm not putting any of this stuff in there. It's perfectly fine. Maybe you're not feeling so hot about your commander deck. Maybe you totally switch it around after opening night. You take those 6 packs, you open them, and maybe you add 15 new cards in there. That's your decision to make. You can even swap your commander out with the legendary creature you find in those 6 packs. So those are all legal plays that you can make. We're going to follow that same process between every league night. So, after week 2, you're going to go buy 6 more packs. The only rule with that is you cannot buy packs from the same set that you've already bought packs from. So, like after opening night, let's just say you buy 6 packs of Innistrad, and then after week 2, you're like, all right, I got to buy 6 more packs. You can't buy 6 packs of Innistrad again. You have to buy a new set. There's plenty of sets out there that are still selling for $3.29 a pack. So there's a lot of options out there. So at the very minimum, it's going to cost you $20 every time we play, which I don't think is too bad. One of the things we discussed in detail is what happens if you miss a league night. So obviously we're all working professionals. We have other things going on. We got families, and I can't remember the last time that we had every single 719 Syndicate member in multiple weeks for Magic. So it's just not going to happen. Let's be realistic about it. And we thought about this. We're like, well, we don't want to penalize somebody if they have something else going on in their lives and they can't make league night. So here's what we're going to do. If you have to miss a league night, it's just your responsibility to make up your 2 games at some point in time before the next league night. So you need to coordinate with other people who may have missed league night, and you got to meet up with them at some place to get your games done. The same rules apply that we just talked about. It can't be a 2-player game. It can't be a 5-player game. You got to have a 3 or 4-player game. And the other rule besides that is if you miss the league night, you can't add more packs into your deck until you knock out your league night games. And once you do that, then you can go buy your 6 packs and then add to your deck. So that is one of the rules around making up games. But as long as you make up games and report your results, your points are going to count. If you don't make up games, you just get 0 points and you're putting yourself behind. So, definitely want to be leaning on this, but, also got to be fair to the people who are showing up consistently to Commander Night. Also, on top of that, I forgot. We also discussed that you can make up those games on a commander or league night. So if it's easier and more convenient for the people who missed to just make up the games before we start playing on a commander night, go ahead and do that. So that's perfectly fine as well. But that same rule applies where you can't add those additional cards into your deck until those games are knocked out. So that is something to consider, that if you want to wait until the next commander night or league night to make up the games, one, you got to make sure that there's people there that can play with you that haven't played, and two, you're going to be kind of in a time crunch to add those extra cards, open those 6 packs and add those extra cards into your deck unless you have it all pre-planned out. So anyways, that is something that we are going to allow if you're not able to meet up at Starbucks or meet up at someone's house in between weeks to get those games knocked out. And then finally, with making up games, if you put those 6 packs, if you open those 6 packs and you put cards in your deck, you've essentially forfeited your right, if you will, to make up games. So just be aware of that. Like, if you're like, hey, I'm not going to be able to make up games this week, I'm just going to go buy my 6 packs and modify my deck. That's perfectly fine. That's your choice to do that. But at that point in time, once you make that decision, you've essentially forfeited your games for that week. So just be really aware of that. Make sure that if you're making up games, you hold off on those packs before you do that. All right, so we got deck construction out of the way. We got the basics of the league format, timeline. We got all that stuff out of the way. Let's talk about points. This is a league, so in any sort of league, there's a winner and there's a way to become the winner. And the way to do that in this league is to score points. So we kept it really simple. If you want to look at the details of this, it's on the tapped out page. When it comes to games, you're only going to have 3-player games or 4-player games, depending on how many people show up for Magic Night. We're never going to have a 1-on-1 match. We're never going to have a 5-player match. So the scoring is as follows. If you're in a 3 or 4-player game, so if you win that game, you get 3 points. If you take 2nd place, you get 2 points. If you take 3rd or 4th place, you get 1 point. Okay, it's really that simple. We decided to not get too crazy with extra points or side points or bonus points or whatever you want to talk about. It's just simple points based off of how you perform in that match. Okay. At the end of the league, the player with the most amount of points wins. You are going to be deemed the 719 Syndicate Commander League champion. And Chris is in the process right now of creating a trophy for our league. So we're going to have a traveling trophy that's going to be available after this league ends, and we're going to pass it from person to person based off of different events that we might have. That's it, homies. If you listen to this, thanks for listening to it. I'm trying to get a little bit better at cutting some videos and getting this league prepared. So best of luck to everyone. I'm super excited. I know that everyone I've talked to has been super excited and can't wait for this Friday to get this thing started. So that's all I got. 719 Syndicate out.